Next, we will speak to Richard Nixon, President of the United States during Apollo 11.
Hello, Neil and Buzz. Because of what you have done, the heavens have become a part of man's world.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Hello, Mr. President. Thank you so much for coming.
You're very welcome. I'm glad to be here.
So to begin, why do you believe President John F. Kennedy challenged our country to put a man on the moon by the end of the decade?
Although it may appear that the Apollo project was established for the goal of space exploration, I understand that Kennedy saw the lunar landing challenge as a way to best the Soviet Union and show the world the strength of a free society.
Did you feel it was important to accomplish the goal the President had set, no matter how impossible it seemed?
Yes, I did. I knew the Apollo 11 mission would be a strategic move for the space race and a crucial victory in the Cold War with Russia. I knew it would be very difficult to catch up to the many accomplishments of the Soviet Union, especially with the shape our space program was in at the time.
While Russia became the only country to successfully launch the first orbiting satellite and put the first human being in space, the United States test rockets looked a little like this. How did the Soviet Union's launch of Sputnik 1 affect the United States?
It definitely resulted in an increase of fears of the communist powers. Many wonder now that the Soviet Union had their own satellite orbiting Earth, what they were capable of doing. With Sputnik, they had the ability to launch missiles that could reach any target. If we didn't take the lead in the space race, the possibility of a communist-controlled society seemed all too believable.
When America achieved the goal of Apollo 11, what message did it send to the rest of the world?
Well, I would say getting to the moon first established the U.S. as the world's technological leader and served as a very clear demonstration of the superiority of democracy over totalitarianism and a government-controlled economy.
And how did the government of the Soviet Union react when they found out we beat them in the space race?
I'm sure they weren't too excited about it at first.
You had one job. How could you let them get ahead? I am so disappointed in you all. USA wins space? I do not think so.
When they realized the true enormity of this mission, however, everyone forgot, for a few moments, that we were all citizens of different countries on Earth. The moment Neil stepped down on the lunar surface truly united the human race.
After the conclusion of the Apollo program, what were U.S. and Soviet Union relations like?
By 1975, the Soviet Union and the United States were working together on a joint project called the Apollo-Soyuz test. During this mission, both countries launched their own spacecraft and docked with each other to conduct many experiments together. It was a huge success and signified the end of the space race.
3 meters. 1 meter. Contact. Capture. We also have capture. Docking completed. Docking is completed, Houston.
Здравствуйте. Очень рад видеть вас. Очень рад. Это рабочий день. Советский Союз.
What an incredible journey it's been. Thank you very much for your time and thoughts, Mr. President. It's been over 40 years since man first landed on the moon. Our lives would be very different if the Apollo program never occurred. The Apollo missions had a major effect on the world by rapidly increasing the pace of technology development. The work of NASA engineers at the time caused a dramatic shift in electronics and computer systems. Without the research that went into these missions, huge companies, like the software company Intel, would never have been established. The technology developed by NASA can be found in the products of robotics, computer hardware and software, aeronautics, transportation, and the healthcare industry. If it were not for the Apollo programs, we probably would not be able to use our laptops and smartphones that we rely on so much. And it's so strange to think, during Apollo 11, The combined power of 2 spacecraft that got humans to the moon and home safely was exceedingly less than the technology of the average cell phone today. Apollo 11 will always be remembered as one of man's greatest achievements. Not only was it an extraordinary accomplishment of technology and engineering, it also had the power to unite the entire human race for a moment. On July 20th, 1969, that small step for man on the moon had one giant impact back home on Earth.